Hi everybody, this is Sue, and welcome back to sewing the View A of Simplicity 1446. And all we have left to do is the hemming on the sleeve, the shoulder, the slit in the side, and the hem. So the shoulder, the sleeve hem, the slit in the side, and then the hem and the bottom of the shirt, and then we're done. So this is the last of this one, and we'll be starting another one pretty soon. And so I hope that you've enjoyed this, and I hope that it's been informative for you. So we're going to get started. I have moved my small ironing board over here to my sewing table. I don't know how this is going to work. We'll try. And so because I wanted you to be able to see this, so I moved it over. So we're going to try this. And also, I charged up an old cell phone. I mean, it doesn't have minutes or anything on it, and but the screen is not broken, and the picture is beautiful, and it does access the internet, so I can post to YouTube on this. So this makes things a whole lot easier because now I can see what you're seeing. It's not like, oh, I can't see a darn thing because the screen is so shattered. So anyway, I'm going to try. I won't make any wild guarantees. I'm going to try to make this where you can see what's going on. So, and I have a couple of things that I ordered from Amazon. I've used this little gauge for many, many years. In fact, I think this is one that I bought from Walmart not too long ago because my other one kind of died a horrible death. But I bought, and this is the first time I'll be using it because I've never used this before, but this is a what do they call it? Anyway, it's hemming ruler that you can actually you can just iron right on it. You can it's heat resistant, and you can just iron right on it. I don't remember how much it cost, but I got this from Amazon. So this is the first time I've ever tried it, but it's very flexible, and so I don't know. It's called a hot ruler, a Clover hot ruler, and so anyway, and then I got this 5-in-1 sliding gauge, which I've never used, so I can't tell you about this either, but thought we'd give it a try, see how it works. Right now I'm not recommending either one because I don't know. All right, so let's get started here. This says, press under hem allowance on the lower edge of the sleeves. To form a narrow hem, tuck under raw edge to meet the crease. Press and stitch hem in place. Press under 5/8, 1.5 centimeters on the slit opening edges. Press under 1/4 inch on raw edge and stitch, squaring, stitching up above the opening. Okay, so it's saying, the way I read this, to hem the sleeve first and then the slit. Personally, I would have thought of it the other way around. I would have hemmed the slit first and then hem the sleeve. But they're saying to hem the sleeve, hem that sleeve first. So I guess we'll do it the way they say to do it. I can't say that I agree with it, but we'll do what they say. We'll hem the sleeve first, and then we'll hem the slit. So let's get started with that. Let's see, how are we going to do this? Oh shoot, I missed moving all this stuff. One thing I was going to show you guys, this is a hemming foot. This makes a very narrow hem. You can buy them in all different sizes to make, different size hems. If you're interested, they have them on Amazon. And I've seen them in all different sizes. This one makes a very small, very narrow hem. My mother used them all the time. I was never very good with them. I never could quite get the hang of how to do that. So I think what I'm going to do is practice with it, because I would like to be able to do this. But this thing, you curl the fabric into this little curly-cue thing here, and then it makes the hem as it sews. And my mother would use these all the time, but like I said, I never was able to get the hang of it. I've got 2 of them, so I think they're a little bit different sizes. I'm not sure. Yeah, this one's a little bit bigger than the other one, but I'm not sure. I'm going to practice with them and see if I can learn how to use them. But if you're interested in trying that, you can look them up on their hemming feet, is what they're called. And and if you have one of these and you don't know what it is, a foot like this, that's a button foot. This will sew on your buttons for you. And they do work. I've tried it. Okay, now this says, let's see, does it say what size to make this? Press under hem allowance on lower edge of sleeves. I believe on the pattern it said 1.5 inches, but it looks much narrower than that on here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but right here, I believe that's 1/4 inch. So I think that's what that is. I think that's what we're going to do, is 1/4 inch here and then 1.5 inches here on this bottom hem. But I think we're going to do 1/4 inch on the sleeve. So that's what it says to do. So we'll get started here. I'll turn the iron on. And wonder if I can move this around. Sorry if it's, I might move my table down some. This table's heavy. All right. So I got some more cord space. Now, I'm going to adjust this down a little bit so that you can see. This iron's getting hot. All right, so sleeve. So it's got to press this a little bit. Get the wrinkles out of it. Maybe turn it. Turning it wrong side down might be the best thing to do. All right. All right. Oh, this is not gonna work. That cord is pulling against the, I was afraid of that. Maybe what I need to do, sorry for moving you around so much, but I'm trying to figure this out. I'll put you over here beside me. Put you down right there. And this has got 1/4 of an inch marked on here, right here. Oops, sorry. It's right here on here. So let's see how this works. I'm not so sure. I'm used to using that other thing. Ouch. That iron's hot. Just in case you didn't know, the iron is hot. Well, all right. I think I think this is gonna work. See, that's making a pretty even. I don't know what you can see. Ouch. I don't know what you can see, but see, this is marking a pretty even mark here. I mean, it's folding it up pretty even. So I think what I'm going to do is pause this while I press this up, and then I will come back when this is done, because this can be kind of long and boring, and I would rather you not be bored out of your mind about this. But let me see if I can readjust the legs on this so that you can see a little bit better. Is that better? It might be. It's just I have very little room here. So I think what I'm going to do is but I think that's going to work. I think I'm going to go ahead and press this and pause the video for a few minutes while I get this done, because I think this is going to be kind of boring just watching me press this up. But I think you get the idea. So I'll see you in a minute. Let's see. Okay, I wanted to see if this was actually recording, but I believe it is. Okay, I got that pressed, and I turned it up 1/4 of an inch and then 1/4 of an inch again, so that's 1/2 an inch. And so the way I understand this, we're supposed to sew this down. The way I understand this, we're supposed to sew this down here, and then sew down the sleeve, or the slit in the sleeve. So I'll move this over here, and this underarm just did not want to work out well at all. It just fought with me, and I see it's still coming undone and not wanting to cooperate. That really just kind of just fought with me. It just didn't want to cooperate. Let's turn that down and then turn this. I don't know why that underarm was giving me such a hard time, but right there. And well, if the underarm gives you some problems, you might want to kind of fold that back under a little bit, and that seam back under a little bit, and try that again, because that's wanting to fight with me. All right. I had a heck of a time with it when I was pressing that. It just wanted to fight with me for some reason. Now it's still wanting to fight with me. Okay. think I've got. What in the world? Okay, I think I have it now. So we're now going to turn around here to the sewing machine, and I'm going to drop you down here and move you over. I hope you can see that. Okay. I think you can. I hope so. So we're going to go from the other side because those pins are in the way. I'm going to turn these pins around. The pins are in the way. That's not going to work either. Okay, now I've got these pins turned around. I'm gonna move my pin cushion over here. Alright, so we're going to hem this down. Now there's other options. You know, you can buy that hem adhesive tape. I have some of it, but I'm not sure that I trust it. I've in the past, in years past, and it's probably better now than it was years ago. But after you wash it a time or two, it always seemed to me like the hem started coming out. That hemming tape just never did seem to me like it was that good. So I don't necessarily use it. I do have some of it, but I don't necessarily use it. Alright, so here we go. Made a nice, neat looking hem. So now what we have to do is take this and fold it under. I think we only have to fold it under this one time because we're going to sew it down. At least that's the way I read it. Yes, I think we just fold it under that one time because we're going to sew. Where's that picture? Yeah, right here. We're going to fold that under one time and sew that down. Wrong place. We're going to fold that under one time and sew that down. So, I think I'll turn you back around here to the ironing board. Yeah, there we go. I think that'll work. All right. So I think what we're going to do this whole thing is kind of drooping off into my lap. So first we've got to press this down from the notch. That's what I think anyway. I got a letter, or an email, I should say, from Amazon telling me to quit using this iron because there was a recall on it because I guess one of them caught on fire one time or something. Well, you know, there's that problem with an iron. If you walk away from it and you leave it on like all day, you do run that risk. And I thought, you know what? I've been using an iron since I was a little girl, and I know how to use an iron. Whew, that is hot. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing or not. I'm going to move this light out of the way and move this over here. So what I did, let me start this over. I pressed this seam open like this. I press the seam open all the way up to this notch right here. This is that notch that I accidentally cut too big. So remember that from a couple of videos ago. All right, so now I'm just, whew, that's hot. Okay, so I'm just picking this up and just folding it back under like that, and pressing that down. And then we'll do the other side. All right, so I pressed this side down. I hope you can see that. I pressed it down. So just take it and turn it under like that. Press it down. Turn this under. And there you go. So we're going to sew from here on down. I think that's what it says to do. Helps if you turn it up the right way instead of upside down. But yeah, you go from this notch right here. See that? You go from the notch all the way down to the edge. And then we're done with that sleeve. The sleeve is finished. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm sorry I'm moving you around so much. I'm trying not to. But this is what we have to do. You're going to have to fly over my little ironing board again, over here to the sewing machine again. Maybe you'll get your pilot's license if you keep flying around my desk